Welcome back to the World Go channel. I'm your host, James Story, and self-appointed Go evangelist. This is lesson 4.2. It's in the series of the life and death of small groups. Today we're going to be looking at the fours. These are groups with 4 internal liberties. That's 4 unoccupied points within inside a group. All right, we're going to start at the edge here. This is a straight 4. It's straight, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 internal liberties, so they call it a straight 4. Notice black can make they can make a group with 2 eyes by playing here or by playing here, can't they? What does white do? Well, if they play either one of these, black gets to play there, play the other one, and make a group with two eyes. So that doesn't really help white. So white leaves this. In case there's a co-fight and black takes a co, white can play here. And now black has to decide, do I save this group by playing there, or do I connect the co? Let's say they connect the co. Then white can play here, all right? And if let's say this white group that's surrounding the black group, let's say it starts to get into jeopardy, and black might capture that. Notice in this situation, white wouldn't be, because they have 1, 2, 3, 4 eyes, so they're not going to happen. But let's say that black is starting to surround this white group here. Then white could, if they wanted to, throw in another stone, and black would capture. But notice it's white's turn, and it's a straight 3, and they would come back and hit the vital point of the straight 3. So if that is strange to you, the concept of a straight 3 or a bent 3, then you should probably stop this lesson and go back to the previous lesson, 4.1, which is the life and death of small groups series, the threes, the groups with 3 internal liberties, straight or bent. Alrighty, so this is the straight 4. Whoops, that's a straight 5. Here's a straight 4. And we've got 2 vital points, don't we? All right, so let's go to the side here. We're going to look at a couple different shapes. This is called a bent 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's bent. Notice it's made up of a straight 3 with a vital point here and a bent 3 with a vital point here. There's 2 vital points in the shape. So black can play here and make an eye and an eye, or they can play here and make an eye and an eye. If white plays one, black just plays the other. White plays here, black just plays there, and they have a group that's unconditionally alive with 2 eyes, don't they? So what does white do? White leaves this alone. If there's a co-fight and black just took the co, white wants it back, they play here. If black fills the co, then white gets to be on the other vital point of the bent 4. And now, if they really need to, let's say this white group that surrounds the black group, or we're getting surrounded, if that's not the case, this black group is just as dead as it stands. It'll be picked up at the end of the game, all those black stones. But let's say that the white group that surrounds the black group is threatened to get captured. White can throw in a stone, doesn't matter where. Let's do it here. Atari, black captures, and then it's white's turn, and they come back and hit the vital point, don't they? The straight 3. If they have to, they can throw in another stone. Atari, black captures. Throw in another stone, Atari, black captures, and then finally come back in and capture the whole shape. Notice this doesn't violate the rule of co, though they played the same point twice in a row. It was this position and then this position, so the positions changed. They did not duplicate the previous position, and they are allowed to come in here and capture all those black stones. So that was a bent 4. It can look like this, it can look like this. Straight 3, vital point here, bent 3, vital point here. It can look like this. It can look like that, right? If it were in the middle of the board, you'd probably have some other stones over here, like, let's see if I can do this. No, not quite there and there, right? All right, so let's look at another 4 here. Oops, there we go. Let's do it this way. Here. Okay, this is called a pyramid 4. Notice we have a straight 3 with a vital point here, and a bent 3 with a vital point here, and another bent 3 with a vital point there. But notice it's all the same vital point, aren't they? Vital point, vital point, vital point. Black gets there, they have 1, 2, 3 eyes, and they're unconditionally alive. If white gets there, then black has 1 big eye, and those black stones will be considered dead at the end of the game and picked up and captured and counted as prisoners for white. If it looks like the white stones that are surrounding this black group might get captured, then white, if they want to, can throw in, play here, then they play here. Atari, black captures. Now it's the straight 3, and they want to come back in here take the vital point to the straight 3. If they take this though, then black just says thank you, right? So they can't take one of these side points. They have to play the vital point. If they need to, they could throw in another stone. Atari, black captures. Throw in another stone, doesn't matter where. Atari, black captures, and then white comes back in and captures the group. So that's the rectangular 4, and it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and here's kind of the pyramid. Excuse me, this is not the rectangular 4. It's the pyramid 4. Pyramid 4. It could look like that. It could also look like this, couldn't it? Notice there's the one vital point of that shape. All right, another one would be the square 4, and this is actually dead as it stands. Notice wherever black plays, they make a rectangular 6, don't they? I mean, rectangular 3. Excuse me, what am I saying, rectangular 3? They make a bent 3. Goodness, I really like that rectangular 6. It's stuck in my brain for some reason. So if they play here, white can just play the vital point to the bent 3, can't they? If black plays here, white can play the vital point to the bent 3. So what does black do? Black leaves this alone. If there's a co-fight and white takes the co, black can play one of these points. It doesn't matter which. Now if white wants to save this group, kill this group rather, they play there, and black then gets to retake the co. But let's say the co is really big, and white fills the co. Then black can play here, and now they bring this dead group back to life with 2 eyes, don't they? All right, so here in the middle, we have the cross, the X. Notice it's a straight 3 with a vital point here, and a straight 3 with a vital point there. If I fill in one of these, can you see the pyramid 4, pyramid 4, pyramid 4, pyramid 4, pyramid 4, right? So you can see there's one vital point in the shape right there. Here black has 4 eyes and is unconditionally alive. And here black has 1 giant eye and it's dead as it stands. There's really nothing that black can do to save this group. If they started to surround this with these white stones that were threatening that were surrounded the black stones, and they're threatening to capture those white stones and bring this dead black group back to life, then white could throw in. They could throw in another one. They could throw in another stone. Atari, black captures, and now you can see we have the pyramid 4, white's turn, and they play there. If they need to, they can throw in some more stones, right? Atari, doesn't matter where. Black captures. In this case, black is left with a bent 3. White plays the vital point. If they have to, they can keep throwing in stones. Atari, capture. Atari, doesn't matter where. Black captures, and then white comes back in and captures the whole group. Notice though that took white a lot of moves, so they better have a lot of outside liberties with this group if black is trying to surround that group and capture it, because they have to throw in a lot of stones before black has to respond, right? So you have this situation here. Let's go back here. All right, so white has to play 1. That gives black a chance to start surrounding this group. White has to play another stone, 2, 3 stones, 4 stones. Black captures because they're in Atari. Now we got a pyramid 4, 5 stones. Let's say white. Black is starting to surround this group more and more. 6 stones, 7 stones. Black captures because they're in Atari. 8 stones, 9 stones. Black captures because they're in Atari. 10 stones. Okay, well then 10 stones. Black captures, and then white comes back in and captures. Okay, so if that if that group on the outside, that white group that's surrounding this this shape here, that is an odd shaped stone, isn't it? Huh, I just noticed it's kind of oblong. I've never seen one like that. It's kind of interesting. Okay, what do we got here? So we got this this X, the cross. All right. So white definitely wants to play there. It's black's turn. they definitely want to play there. All right, now let's look here at the bent 4 in the corner. Remember we did, we did the bent 4 on the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there were 2 vital points. Notice we also had, I'm not sure we did this or not, but we had the zigzag. We did the zigzag 4, I think we did. Two vital points. Black can make 2 eyes here, 2 eyes here, right? If white plays one of them, black plays the other. White doesn't do anything. White plays that as a co-threat. If black fills the co, white plays there, and now they can keep throwing in stones and capture the group if necessary. They're on the 2 vital points. Okay, so we have this, notice though that this, we can look at it any way we want. This bent 4 on the side, or even in the center, if there were stones down here and you moved it into the center, it has 2 vital points, one here and one here. Okay, that's not true in the corner though. So if white gets to play here, that's the first place white wants to play. White doesn't want to play there, black will happily just play there. Now they've got 2 eyes, don't they? They've got an eye here and an eye here, and white can't play either move because it's self-capture. So white wants to play there. Let's look at something else here first. Let's say it's like this, okay? Now, if white plays here, black will be happy to play there, right? And if white plays here, black will be happy to play there. So this bent 4 in the corner, when it's not around the corner, when it has here instead of the bent 4 wrapping around the corner, when it doesn't wrap around the corner, it has two vital points, right? White plays one, black plays the other. White would wait, play this as a co-threat. If black took the co, they would come back and take the 2 vital points of the shape and be able to kill that black group. But when it's when the bent 4 is around the corner, then once again white doesn't want to play here because they give black easily 2 liberties. They want to play here, right? And their threat then is to play here and get on the 2 vital points of the shape. Remember, here's the straight 3 with a vital point here, bent 3 with a vital point here. We got 2 vital points. So white would play here with their threat playing here, being here. Black does this, white's on the vital point of the straight 3, aren't they? That doesn't help anything. So black has to throw into the corner here and let white capture first. And notice it's an Atari. So black had better be able to find a pretty darn good co-threat here, because white's going to be very tempted to play here and capture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stones. That's 8 points of prisoners and another 8 points of territory underneath, plus white saves some stones here. So 16 around 16, 17, 18, 19 points right in there. All right, that's pretty huge. So when black plays there, when white plays here, black has to take to start the co. White gets to have a giant co-threat, and then black would capture if they want to save this group. Otherwise, if they fill the co, once again, white plays here and it's back to Atari, right? And then black has to play find another giant co-threat. So let's say it's right here, and it's not white's turn because white's going to play there. Let's say it's black's. Well, you know what? Your move and your opponent's move many times are exactly the same point, so black should just play there. They don't want to do this because they give white a co-threat. All right, they have that. And then white would capture, and now black's an Atari, aren't they? So black would want to just simply play here. That'd be the vital point. And now they have 2 eyes, and they're unconditionally alive. That was lesson 4.2 in the series The Life and Death of Small Groups. We looked at groups with 4 internal liberties. I hope you liked that. If you liked it, give me the thumbs up, please. You can give me a right thumbs up or left thumbs up. Either one work for me. Don't forget to subscribe so that you'll be notified when we get new videos up, and tell your friends about us too. Additionally, if you want to leave any comments, we'd love to see those, and we read them and we'd love to respond. Anyway, thanks for watching the World Goat channel. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.